aren't you eating more of the fruit?
Wait.
Why aren't you beating like? I'm gonna add tom. I eat so many of them. Now, granted, it kind of takes it out of him each time he does. But if that's the case, I'd be like every day I'd be eating one. It'd be like my vitamin for the day. I'd be like, all right, let's have another fruit. I mean, wouldn't you?
The next show we're going to be talking about you. Yes, Bogus Skill
Yeah.
Fruitmaster. About the time I'm able to eat an unlimited number of skill fruits that kill you.
I'm on the fence on this one. I truly am.
Okay.
I'm in between like wanting to drop it and wanting to continue it.
Okay.
So, in this world, people gain skills by eating these fruits. What you gain, you don't know. You're going to gain a skill by eating said fruit.
Okay.
And you could gain something useful or you could gain something completely inane that will never be useful.
Is there a negative
light
aspect?
our main there's no real negative aspect, it's just how useful that skill may be.
Okay.
Light, our protagonist, our main guy, he wants to be an adventurer. He wants to be the best adventurer there ever was. So he's hoping for a combat skill. He wants something that he can use to fight and be an adventurer like he wants to be. What he ends up getting is Fruitmaster. And in the beginning, he only thinks that this is an ability to do him with him as a farmer. He doesn't know the extent of what he can do. He doesn't understand until the girl that he ends up living with, basically, he's cooking she's cooking and she ends up using, he was growing some of those skill fruits. And she ends up using it in her cooking. So he takes a bite of the food, and the thing is once you eat one of these things, you can't eat another one because it will kill you. You cannot eat another one or you will die, basically. So he ends up inadvertently.
One skill fruit.
Yeah, you get one skill, one shot. That's it.
Oh, that's
so if you get something
useless one.
yeah. If you get a useless one, you're done. That's it. You got nothing else to go for it. So he thought he got a useless one because he thought his only skill was used for farming, and that wasn't the case. So she cooks him this meal. He eats it and realizes there was a skill fruit in it, and he freaks out thinking he's about to die. But in the end, he ends up acquiring another skill, and it doesn't kill him. Now, see. So the girl he's with also ate the food, so she got a skill at a young age, younger than what you're supposed to, but she ended up getting a skill. So the skill she got was a praiser who, when she appraised his skill, she learned what he had and learned what he could do. And so I'm like, okay, now you know you can eat these fruit and you're good. Why aren't you eating more of the fruit?
Wait.
Why aren't you beating like... I'm gonna add tom. I eat so many of them. Now, granted, it kind of takes it out of him each time he does. But if that's the case, I'd be like every day I'd be eating one. It'd be like my vitamin for the day. I'd be like, all right, let's have another fruit. I mean, wouldn't you?
So I'm stuck on. This is her second fruit.
So, the girl he was with, the little girl who cooked the food, who used the skill fruit without realizing it, she used it because she didn't know what it was because she's too young and never had a skill. So she ate the food with him, so that was her first fruit.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought
for
she
her,
already
it
had
gave her
one.
a skill.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He is the only one in this world who is able to eat multiple fruits because of the Fruitmaster skill he has.
Yes.
He is the master of the fruit, so he can eat as many as he wants without dying.
Yes, I was worried about her. I was like, did she cook with it, eat it, and then die? I was like, that
No,
sucks.
she's fine.
Okay.
She gained the appraiser skill. Thing is she gained the skill way before she was supposed to, because you're supposed to only do it at a certain age. She did it way before then. She's too young usually to have a skill. So people don't recognize the fact that she's actually skilled.
That makes sense why she didn't know not to cook with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
interesting. Yes, I would eat one a day. Or time
I mean,
it. Or time it, be like dead sleep, like time for another one. Oh, go back to sleep.
Why wouldn't you? There has only been one instance where he ate multiple fruits. And yeah, it put him out for a while after he did. But that's because he ate like 4 of them at once, or like one after the other kind of situation. Because he was in the middle of a battle trying to gain another skill that would be useful to him. And I'm like, why weren't you doing this before? You could have saved yourself so much trouble. Eat fruits. So, beyond that, there is some underground underground mysterious thing going on because the person who usually gives out these fruits to people, she's like a nun of this order. It's supposed to be some sort of holy religious thing to get these fruits, which is why you're supposed to wait till a certain age when you're quote unquote old enough to receive a skill.
Mm-hmm.
And like she is scheming behind the scenes for something. I'm not sure what at this point. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's what I said. I'm a little frustrated with this particular one because I'm just like, I feel like they're missing some obvious things and they kind of gloss over some other things, and I'm just like, but it's not. It still has its charm. I still enjoy it, and I am interested to see what this like secret underground organization is kind of doing, and in certain aspects, I'm hoping that when they find out what's going on, that they at least punch the freaking nun character who seems to be the evil mastermind behind this, because she's already been highly annoying to me at least. So I'm just like, I'm kind of just waiting for that to happen.
Okay.
But yeah,
So far, who's your favorite character?
I would say the little girl that he is with. I want to say, what was her name? Aelia. She's adorable. She found the wonders of pizza, and now that's like everything she thinks about and talks about every time chance and she gets. Because she grew up in the outskirts of town, way out there in the outskirts of town,
Hmm.
poor. Like they lived on a farm.
Hmm.
They only grew their food, cooked their food, and it wasn't until he became an adventurer, once he gained his first or second skill after the Fruitmaster, he gained the Sword God skill, that he became an adventurer, and now they can actually afford to go eat places and stuff like that. And the
Okay.
first place she took him to go eat was at a place that served pizza,
Okay.
and she absolutely fell in love with pizza the entire time. So now it's like whenever they're going adventuring, whenever they're like, she's like, I'll pack the provisions. Oh, can we have pizza too?
Cool.
Someone told him he had to pay like 5,000 gold for some reason, and she's like, that's 30 pizzas. No.
Wow.
I'm like, that's adorable.
That means a pizza is like more than a gold. Interesting.
Something like that. Something like that.
Is there I guess
Yeah.
a standout moment so far?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, no real moment has necessarily stood out to me, to be honest.
Okay.
There's been okay ones, like his childhood friend ended up becoming an adventurer. She got sword saint skill or something like that. So she ended up joining the party that the nun had put together. But it ended up being a really corrupt party
Hmm.
that basically went around and yeah, they took care of like big bad bosses and monsters, but they didn't care about collateral damage and stuff like that. So
Okay.
like people's farms would get destroyed or people would get killed, and like they didn't care. She cared. She tried to do anything about it, but they kept like pushing her back, ignoring her. So then when our main character Light ended up getting the sword god skill, he ended up challenging the leader of her party, and that was kind of cool. I mean, it had its moments, I'd say. Just the satisfaction of seeing a jerk being put in his place is always nice.
Okay. Cool. And I assume you're gonna be continuing this one.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I was like. I want to, and at the same time, I probably will. It's just more of just like some of their decisions in the story just annoy the crap out of me sometimes.
Okay.
So
Cool.